Welcome to the demonstration of the AZD home automation system, our senior design project for ECE 4600 Capstone Design at Wayne State University. I'm Andrea Puyu, and Group 9 is also Zainab Juni and Danielle Jones. We're going to go ahead and begin our demo. Inside of our home, what we have are two smart receptacles, which are X10 receptacles. We have two digital motion sensors that are covered because once motion is detected, the X10 outlets are turned on and the lights will come on. For the X10 receptacles, the top one is controlled, the bottom one is always hot. Communication gets done by this X10 modem. The X10 modem is plugged into a normal receptacle as you would have in your home. The communication is through the power lines to the X10 smart receptacles, and that the whole system is wired up as your home would be. The X10 modem has an RJ11 cord plugged into it, which is a serial communication to our Arduino Yun, which is our board for our project. And then here we have a cell phone for the text notification demonstration. If we come over to our AZD home automation wall unit, we can see there's a 20x4 LCD display, which is a digital communication. And then we have the 4x4 matrix keypad, which had 8 pins connected to the Yun, and since the Yun only has 12 I/O pins, we needed to condense those pins to one analog pin. As we can see here, this is the screen that the user would see for the summary screen, and the top line is missing. Part of the reason the Arduino Yun was chosen is because not only does it have a microcontroller unit, which is the Mega, it also has a microprocessor that runs Linux, which runs a version of Linino, which is demonstrated on the screen right here. This is scripted in Python. There are two scripts that run continuously. One is an event logger and one is a report generator. And then we're going to go ahead and begin this script. Once the script is started, the live date and time is transmitted through the bridge to the user interface from Linux, and then you can see it displays on here. Also is the security status, the indoor temperature and humidity. There is a component in here that is the temperature and humidity component that's hooked up into our circuit. It is a digital communication to the board, and then the status of the rooms. We're going to go ahead and begin the demo. From anywhere on here, a user can press any key. Pressing any key will get you to your main menu. At the main menu, the user has the option of picking and controlling their smart outlets. If they want to do a manual control, they can go ahead and set their security system, or they can change their settings. We're going to go ahead and do the smart outlets. So as you can see, if you hit option A, you can go ahead and pick outlet 1 or outlet 2. We will see the demo. Outlet 1, we're going to go ahead and turn that on. Option A turns on, and now we'll go ahead and turn it off so you can see how that works as well. Go ahead and turn this off. And then we're going to also try to control option 2. And for outlet 2, if you go ahead and take a look at the modem, there's a little green light. When the light flickers, it means the message is being sent across for the outlet to come on or off. And then we're going to show you again. Pay attention to that little light. Option 2, turn it off. And there's the demonstration of the lighting. Now if we go back, we're going to go ahead and go through the security system. For the security system, the user has the option of doing their own passcode. We're going to go ahead and go with the passcode that was preset, and then I'll show you where that passcode gets set up. So we're going to go ahead and hit B. Our passcode is 0, 1, 2, 3. You have the option of arming or disarming your system. Yep, we're going to go ahead and arm the system. And from here, we're going to be able to see that our security alarm is armed. Now, as I told you before, the motion sensors were covered because motion was detected. And then we're going to go ahead and uncover it. Motion will be detected. And then our alarm will come off. Both of the lights come on. The lights are on. The alarm is triggered. It says it on our security screen. We also get, on the Linux portion, we say security system was triggered. And we also received a text notification saying security system was triggered. So now if we come back here, we see that we can disarm our security system. Go ahead and put in our passcode. We can go ahead and disarm it. So now if we go back to the home screen, security system is disarmed. Let me go ahead and demo the water system for you. So if you go ahead and take a look, we have a little vat of water here. And then I'm going to dip this paper towel in this water. Doesn't need to be too much. Just a little bit will set the alarm. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paper towel and I'm going to just lightly dab this water sensor that's in here. The water sensor is an analog communication to the board, and when I touch it, I should see on my summary screen that the water was triggered, and the buzzer goes off as well. Buzzer goes off. So on the screen it should say water triggered. On the Python side of things, on the Linux side of things, we can see that the system was triggered, and then we will also be receiving a text notification for that message as well. And as you can see, it says that the water alarm was triggered. So going back to our user interface right here, we can see that if we go ahead and hit any key, we can go to settings. Inside of settings, we can see that we have a system setup. Under system setup, there are multiple screens that the user will encounter. Most of them will be detailed inside of the report. So here is where you enter your passcode. Here you can set up a new passcode, set up a phone number for notification, or set up your zip code location. So if you were to hit A, you could enter a new passcode. If you were to hit B, if you go back to settings, you go ahead and click System Setup, and then you enter your passcode. You always have to enter your passcode when you want to change your settings, just because you don't want anyone changing that information. And then you go ahead and click Notification. And then here's where you would set up your phone number to get a text message. If you click Done, it takes you back to your main menu. That's how the program was made. And then here you can also go to Settings again, and for the option B for Component Config is where you would talk about your auto shut off time. So for motion detectors, if you notice when I pass in front of the motion, it turns on. It only stays on for a period of time before you turn it off. This is where the user can set this up here. And then also you can set your temperature limit and your humidity limit as well to be able to receive a notification if it gets too hot or the humidity goes up too much. So if you go up back to our main menu, everything is okay. Now if I can gear the attention over to the Linux portion of things. As I had mentioned, there's two scripts that consistently run. One is an event logger and one is a data report creator. So if you can see here, this keeps a consistent record of your outlet control. It also keeps your motion detectors under log and everything else as well. So from this, the Arduino Yun has a micro SD port in which the user can plug an SD card. And onto that card, there are .csv files that are generated by this script. And then those CSV files can be transcribed into the template spreadsheet located here that give you the certain logs. Here we have the indoor humidity. So indoor humidity, these are logs that were taken. So the user just has to drop their data into here, filter by indoor humidity, and this beautiful chart is populated that shows them a trend of what happened. This can be filtered by day, minute, time. And then if we go back, we can also select the event to be indoor temperature. So if we go ahead and select that, we can go to the temperature tab, and in the temperature tab, we can see that there's a beautiful chart populated with a trend of the temperature. So if you're gone or if you want to see what happened during the day, that gets logged as well. And then there is a master chart that's selected where you can see your whole event log. This is a little messy because it's filtered by all of the time zones, but basically what it keeps track of is how many times your smart outlets went on and off, whether your security system was triggered, whether your water alarm was triggered, and that can be cleaned up as well by selecting just a specific maybe day that you had, or choosing other options. The user can have the capabilities to make their spreadsheet however they wanted their chart, filter their data. That is another aspect of this. Now we're going to finish off the presentation by showing you the circuit of the project. If we go ahead and move here, we can see that the RJ11 cord is plugged into here. That comes from the modem. This is a 5-volt regulated power supply. In addition, we have a regular buzzer that's a digital communication. And then we have our blue component here. This blue component here, which you can kind of see. This is the temperature and humidity sensor. As that was mentioned, that is the analog communication. This is the Arduino unit itself. And then we've already explained how the LCD and the keypad works. Again, LCD is digital, 6 pins. The matrix was 8 digital pins condensed to 1 analog now. And that concludes the demonstration of the AZD home automation system. We hope you enjoyed.